Many of us have heard of the term social anxiety, but not all of us understand exactly what it means. When you hear the word social anxiety, what comes into your mind? For most people, it is a social phobia. But is that it? Before we get into this, allow me to welcome you to our channel. Hey guys, welcome to Brainy Mood, the only channel for your inspiration and success. And today in this video, we are going to talk about social anxiety and how to overcome social anxiety. Moreover, we will have the 3 best ways to beat anxiety. And just before we get into the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you never miss any of our inspiring videos. So without further ado, let's dive deep into this video. What is social anxiety? So, what exactly is social anxiety? Social anxiety is the fear of social situations that may potentially result in embarrassment or humiliation. When you feel anxious, your heart rate increases, your breathing gets faster, and you have an intense level of worry. This increased level of worry causes your body to overreact and automatically do things like sweating, shaking, and other types of physical changes. This type of heightened self-scare can make the simplest things seem like huge complicated problems. Many individuals suffering from social anxiety have a distorted perception of how the condition affects them. They seem to feel that they are constantly in danger or distress, and that those around them will judge or betray them. As such, anxiety disorders may turn into several serious health issues, including heart disease, depression, and even self-injuring. The issue is that people with social anxiety still do not know they have it until it's too late. If you suspect you have social anxiety, the first move is to make a concerted effort to avoid circumstances that might cause a panic attack. For certain people, this is almost difficult because they have become so used to living in a world of social anxiety that even the most innocuous scenario can be terrifying. Others find it more difficult, especially if they are aware of how social anxiety affects their lives. They happen to limit their exposure to locations or events that might cause an unexpected episode. Although you can certainly try to relax in certain ways in case of social anxiety, start by taking calming deep breaths and focus on relaxing every single muscle in your body. Think about nothing but falling asleep and forgetting anything else for a few moments. Once you feel that stress-free feeling, you should work on inhaling and exhaling deeply. Focus only on each breath. Eventually, with repetition, you will find it way easier and faster to relax all the time. How to overcome social anxiety? Social anxiety is considered one of the most common mental health problems. It refers to the fear of social situations. This type of anxiety disorder can greatly affect a person's life, and it can create difficulty in performing daily activities or going about their everyday lives. If you are suffering from social anxiety, then you might be afraid of speaking in public or being around people. You will be afraid of being embarrassed or ridiculed, and you may avoid going out altogether. Some will even avoid being social until they get better. Others will spend the majority of their time at home instead of going to work. There is a very effective way of overcoming social anxiety, because the fear of embarrassing yourself in front of others is something that you will eventually learn to let go of. In time, this fear will go away, and you will realize that it was nothing more than fear. One effective way of dealing with your anxiety is through controlling your breathing. Many people with an anxiety attack tend to breathe in a shallow manner. When you feel anxious, your body tends to hold your breath, which increases the tension in your muscles. Controlling your breathing through deep breaths when you are anxious can often help you to stay calm. Eventually, learning some relaxation techniques can also be beneficial when you feel anxious. It can be helpful to concentrate on your breath instead of focusing on your fears. Your body and mind should be focusing on something else when you have an anxiety attack. Once you master some of these anti-anxiety techniques, you will be able to use them during any situation that you think might bring forth some kind of social skills challenge. Another effective way of managing social anxiety is by changing the way you respond to the symptoms that you feel. If you are having a problem with blushing or becoming very shy when you are around other people, then you may want to practice facing up when you become nervous instead of hiding from your problems. It may take some practice, but once you have mastered this method, it will help you handle any other stressful situation that you may come across during your day. In fact, it can be helpful to change your response to negative thoughts and fears to positive ones. The reason that it is so difficult to handle social anxiety is that we tend to react in a negative way when we are nervous. For example, If you're in a social situation and feel anxious, your first reaction will be to avoid that situation. This means that you will avoid any social situation that you believe will cause you to feel nervous. However, by thinking about the social situation and making yourself get involved, you will begin to see that the experience is really enjoyable. And as you learn how to manage the negative thoughts that you have in this situation, you will find that it becomes easier to deal with the situation. A key aspect of dealing with social anxiety is developing good social skills. By learning how to listen to others, as well as how to be confident in your own abilities, you can overcome many fears that you may have. If you are nervous when it comes to speaking in public, then you can practice showing your nervousness by blushing, laughing, or even simply smiling. You can learn to control these reactions so that they are more natural to your body and do not have to feel as though you are being judged. Although, if you work in an office environment where there are other people around you, then you can use your body language to show that you are confident and outgoing. By learning how to control your body language, rather than letting your body react to whatever fear or worry that you may have, you can find a solution to your social anxiety problem. Relaxation exercises are also a great way to beat social anxiety. Some of these exercises include taking long walks, listening to pleasant music, or just relaxing in the backyard by yourself. You need to make sure that you don't forget that relaxation is vital to fight against social anxiety disorder. Many people who suffer from this disorder find that when they are relaxed, they have a better chance of beating their problems. 3 ways to beat anxiety. Do you suffer from social anxiety? If you do, then you know how debilitating this disorder can be. Social anxiety can make the simplest things seem like huge mountains to climb and can keep you from leading a normal life. Let's see the 3 best proven ways to beat social anxiety. Number 1. Accept rather than ignoring. One of the easiest ways to beat social anxiety is to simply accept it rather than ignoring it. It is important to realize that while you may be having anxiety about certain social situations, it isn't a problem. In fact, the best thing that you can do is acknowledge the anxiety and that you feel anxious about it, and it is simply part of growing up. Number 2. Take plenty of rest. This goes without saying that the easiest way to beat social anxiety is to get plenty of rest. Sleep is very important for you and is one of the best natural cures for social anxiety. Getting 8 hours of sleep will allow you to not only wake up rested, but will also give you a better mental focus throughout the day. You will find that when taking plenty of rest, your anxiety goes away. Take care to ensure that you have a good amount of sleep each night. Number 3. Meditation. Meditation is another of the easy ways to beat social anxiety. This is a bonus one. Meditation allows you to focus your mind on positive things and relax. You will find that meditation is an excellent way to combat this social anxiety without having to worry about the effects of any drugs. Many times people find that meditation helps them deal with their social anxiety more easily. This is often because they have become so used to being stressed that they can no longer think straight. This results in finding distractions in certain situations that would have caused them to be more stressed. These 3 are the major ways to beat social anxiety. If you're wondering how to beat social anxiety, then you should try some of these techniques. I guarantee you that no one else will have the same results as you will. It will take some work on your part to make sure that you can adapt each technique so that you can beat social anxiety as quickly as possible. However, it can be done, and you can feel back to being yourself again. Above all, another quick way to beat social anxiety is to be around others who do not suffer from social anxiety as much as you do. If you can go out in public with other people who do not suffer from it as much, then you will have a better chance at beating your social anxiety. People learn from adaptation. If you are at all worried about being around others who have social anxiety as much as you do, then you should avoid places where there are a lot of people. The reason for this is that there is usually a lot of noise, which makes it difficult for someone to quiet down and take a deep breath. However, if you can get out in a group of people who don't suffer as much as you do, you will notice a big difference in the way that you feel about yourself. And with that being said, that's a wrap for today's video. If you enjoyed the video or have learned anything from it, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell to get notified about our newly released videos. I'll see you next time in the next video. Brainy Mood signing out.